What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the CU04 YouTube channel. Carlisle have started their season a lot like we finished last season with a crushing defeat, a 4-1 away defeat against Gillingham down at the Priestfield Stadium. It's very same old, it sort of feels like. But there was some positives to take, which I know that sounds quite difficult to believe from a 4-1 defeat, but there was definitely some positives to take. Now, a couple of things before we get into the full review. To the 443 Carlisle fans down in Gillingham, safe travels all the way home for you guys. Absolutely amazing support to be making the trip down to Kent. About 11.5 hour journey, so fair play to any Blues fans down there, and hopefully it's a safe journey home for you guys. And we have signed Ben Williams until January. It looks like Cameron Harper might be injured, so he came straight into the Matchday squad and played today. A bit risky to sign someone and then put them straight into the Matchday squad, but I thought he had a pretty decent game, to be fair. His delivery on corners was a bit hit and miss, but his delivery overall from like open play looked quite good, I thought. There was, I think it was the third goal where he lunged in for a tackle and it was a bit poor, but he had an alright performance, to be fair. I think he'll be a good fit for Carlisle in the next few months that we've got him until January, and hopefully Cameron Harper is okay. But into the review then, a 4-1 defeat is not how you want to start any season. I think obviously there's a bit more pressure on certain individuals at the club, especially after last season. And then to start this season in that manner isn't fantastic. I thought Gillingham actually started the game quite well. That first sort of 5-7 minute spell, Gillingham did start very well. Something that I've been noticing a lot recently, and it started to click a bit more today. I thought that Harrison Neal, I don't think I'm convinced on him as a very good player, to be honest. I think I've wrote in my notes here that he was caught out a few times early on, and it was a continuation through the game. He kept getting caught out. He's in that vital position of the pitch where you can't lose the ball, because it's the transition period between their midfield and their attack. But yeah, Gillingham did start very well, and of course a Carlisle mistake gifted them the first goal. The cross came into the box. Harrison Lewis comes out, drops the ball from the catch. The shot is saved, and then the rebound from the shot went in, and there was an ice cream van going past, so I apologise if you can hear that in the background of the video. There, as we're trying to be serious as an ice cream van goes past, but Lewis comes out, doesn't catch it, drops it, their shot then blocked, and then the rebound from that shot goes in to make it 1-0. And yeah, it was probably the worst start you could expect less than 2 minutes into the game, especially it's first game of the season, keeping it tight. It's one of the things that you say from underage football, let alone professional football. The first 5 minutes, nothing silly, keep it tight and everything, and then we concede that, which is a real sucker punch. But I actually thought Carlisle actually responded quite well, to be honest, from that, and we did actually look quite a decent team for the rest of the first half. We settled into the game quite well, I thought. We had a few opportunities, and we did have some good movements in that. There was a cross came in that Aaron Hayden flicked on, and it just needed a touch at the back post, and it likely would have been a goal, but unfortunate. Ben Barkley had an effort, wasn't really a clear-cut effort. He sort of fell to the edge of the box, and he's took a shot. But there wasn't too much power on it. He did go over the bar in the end. There was a good move from Carlisle, some nice calm play, and then I think it was a corner that came in, and we sort of kept the ball quite well in the attacking third, and then Aaron Hayden with a volley that went over the bar. And another fantastic cross from Ben Williams that Archie Davis was arriving at the back post, and he just he flung himself, and there wasn't a lot of composure. Maybe he wasn't expecting to win it, but he could have done a lot better, to be perfectly honest. And there was a really quick free kick, actually. Some good initiative from Aaron Hayden. He found himself in a lot of space down the wing, and we played the free kick very quickly, but unfortunately the cross wasn't what it needed to be. But we continued with some really good play, and Dan had the ball, and he had the opportunity to go wide, or if he just got his head up and looked, maybe with a bit more experience. Charlie Wyke was through on goal, but unfortunately he did play it wide, and we didn't really come to much from that. But Charlie Wyke was clear if he just maybe got his head up and had a little look. John Mellish then had a run, as John Mellish does. A good shot, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. Didn't really challenge the goalkeeper too much, to be perfectly honest. Josh Vella then started a very good counter-attack. Josh Vella, I for some reason, I don't know what it is, I can't tell Harrison Neal and Josh Vella apart that much when the camera zoomed out. The camera was very zoomed out. But Josh Vella seemed to have quite a decent game for me. And counter-attack, he started this counter-attack, and it comes to Charlie Wyke, and he fluffs it so far wide. It's a really poor effort. That should have really been an effort on goal at least. It should have been at least on target. And he dragged it wide. And then there was a opportunity just after that, which we'll get onto in a second. But Josh Vella did burst into the box. And there was a penalty shout. The referee gave a corner, and I haven't seen it back. I've only seen it as it happened, and it looked a decent tackle, to be fair. I won't be able to watch it back because I don't subscribe to CUTV, so I won't get to watch the highlights unless I decide to tune in to Channel 4 later on today. I think that is absolutely ridiculous, by the way, that the highlights are not being shown on YouTube or anywhere sort of free for fans who don't have the CUTV stuff. I could be mistaken with that. They might upload them, but we have seen nothing from pre-season being uploaded. But anyway, that's a topic for another video altogether. But then the real chance, you're 1-0 down, a cross comes in, their defender makes an absolute howler and completely misses a volley. It falls to Charlie Wyke, of all people, 10 yards out. He takes a touch, and he's got the better of the other defender, and he's hit the crossbar. And it really should have been a goal. Has to be a goal, off the top of my head, Tristan Dennis probably put that to bed a couple of seasons ago, but really disappointed that wasn't a goal. We had that counter-attack effort that I thought possibly should have been finishing in the goal, and then that effort especially should have been 1-1, and that would have changed the game. And we went into half-time 1-0 down. I thought if we came out in the second half fast, we might have had an impact. I thought the substitutes would have came a lot earlier. I thought Dan Butterworth would have came on a bit sooner. We brought Georgie Kelly and Luke Armstrong in the 89th minute, which is just completely pointless. You don't gain anything from bringing on players that late. But into the second half, and a minute later, we have rinse and repeat from the first half. Terrell Thomas, who had a very good game up until this point. I was quite impressed with Thomas until this point. He plays it back. Ben Barkley's not even looking in the right direction. He's froze like a statue, and Wakelins went forward and put the ball under Harry Lewis to make it 2-0 to Gillingham. And a real sucker punch again, so early on in the second half. Again, keep it tight. You don't want anything stupid, and then we gift another goal to be 2-0 down. It looked like then we switched to a 4-3-3. There was a corner came in. Aaron Hayne had a header, but an easy save for their goalkeeper. Dan Butterworth came on the left wing, and Dan went onto the right wing with Charlie Wyke up front. And then we did get a goal back. John Mellish with the goal, of course. It was John Mellish. Who else would it be? Cross came in. It was headed down to Mellish, and it was a bit of a ricocheted ball that fell to Mellish, and then Mellish takes a shot. It looks like it took a bit of a deflection. Took it past the keeper to make it 2-1 to Carlisle. It was a poor goal, but who cares? It was a goal. We deserved a goal at that point. It was 2-1. Anyway, and then unfortunately we just didn't seem to capitalise on coming back into the game there. We had Harrison Neal with a terrible ball forward. Awful ball from Harrison Neal. There wasn't enough power on it whatsoever. Their player takes it down the left hand side. Williams he was the man who the ball was intended for, so he's already like 5 yards behind play. Then he sort of catches up. He goes in for a slide tackle. Lado just runs past him, too easy really. And then Nolan, I believe it was, just smashes it in the near post for 3-1. Harrison Lewis beating at his near post. A bit of power on it, good finish, but should never be beating your near post really. But yeah, that was 3-1 to Gillingham. And as you probably think, it doesn't get much worse. It does. Nolan then takes it round Harry Lewis, and Jack Ellis clears it off the line. Well, not off the line, but he blocks it. it was a certain goal and blocked by Jack Ellis. Ellis lost his man in the first place, but a good recovery from him. Again, though, Lewis beaten just a bit too easily for me. Lado had to sit him down, takes it past him and everything. And then a free kick comes in. It's not cleared properly. I think it was Archie Davis with the header. It falls to Johnny Williams, who has a shot from outside of the box, puts it into the bottom corner to make it 4-1 to Gillingham. I think the third goal killed the game, but the fourth one was just, right, let's just end the game now. But 4-1 to Gillingham, it did finish. That was the end of it. As I say, we did bring on George Kelly and Luke Armstrong in the 88th minute whilst we're 4-1 down. I had no idea what that's supposed to achieve. You know, it does nothing for them, apart from they get, a 6-minute runabout in a competitive professional game. I don't understand it. It should have happened a lot earlier. You know, when we're 2-1, you have the opportunity to get back into the game. 3-1 killed us off. And at 4-1, then you're looking at a consolation goal at least. But yeah, some positives in that first half, to be fair. I thought the first half we were the better team. I thought we played some decent football in that first half. But the second half was poor. Gillingham picked us off. Don't get me wrong, 2 gifts of a goal helps. And there was a lot of similarities to last season with their mistakes and defensive errors and stuff. And it is disappointing. I'm not going to get too far ahead of ourselves. It's the first game of the season. There's 45 games to go. But if this continues, changes need to happen on and off the pitch, in my opinion. I think a lot of people maybe agree with that. I'm not simmer out, but if this continues, I think my opinion will change on that one. Our next game is Stoke on Tuesday night in the Carlisle Cup. Stoke have just beaten Coventry by 1-0 in their opening fixture in the Championship. So be a difficult game Tuesday night against Stoke. Not sure if we'll change the team or we'll keep the team. It'll be interesting to see what he does with the team. For sure, the preview for that will be live tomorrow for you guys. And then, of course, we've got Barrow in the league at home, which I think is a crucial game. I think it was probably the best game you could have hoped for as a first home game of the season. You know, the renovations of Brunton Park, the hopefully over 10,000 fans there. If Barrow hopefully bring over 1,000, if not 1,500 fans, then hopefully we can get that above 10,000. But I think the atmosphere now will be very good on Saturday. But I think if we get it wrong, like we did in the second half today, the atmosphere might turn quite sour if we do get beat by Barrow in that game. Barrow winning today against Crewe. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it's a crucial game now, though. I think it was the best possible home game you could have asked for to start the season. And now I think it is a crucial game to start the season. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the game? I've seen a lot of reactions on socials, but if you would like to interact with me in the comments, get your comments down below. We'll have a discussion of what you think about the game. Do you agree with my comments? Do you disagree with my comments? What would you change going forward? What would your team look like for the Stoke game? Let me know in the comments down below. But for now, I have been CUFO. Thank you so much for watching this video. Safe travel home for the 400 plus Blues fans from Kent. And yeah, not the best start. Gillingham 4, Carlisle United 1.
It's gotta go somewhere.